I'm so excited to take over this page today and just share with you what my life looks like building this business while being a mom, and just share with you, honestly, just good value and content that I can provide to better support you in your business. My biggest piece of advice for those of you who are moms building this business is to get your kids on a schedule and create a schedule for yourself to follow. It might not be perfect, but it will definitely make things so much easier in planning your day. I did start this business to be able to stay home with my son and baby on the way. But guys, there are sacrifices that need to be made if you want to build this like a true business. And I specifically cut out time to spend with my son. I specifically post pictures and videos with my son in the morning when most moms are working, so I can kind of create that FOMO for them and make them want to do this business with me so they can be home with their kids as well. Okay, so I just put the little man down to sleep, and now I have a solid 2 hours to get a ton of work done. I have a few Zoom calls set up with some of my new girls who are starting the business, and I just need to reach out to people, follow up, do all the things. Okay, so a lot of you guys are asking me like the steps that I've taken to get her to enroll and talking, and then building her to consultant and now to crystal manager. So Steph found me on Instagram through mutual friends. She's been watching me for a while, like over a year, and I had posted a shout out of one of the girls on my team who's 19 years old and thriving in this business in her first 6 months. And that caught her eye, and I'm gonna show you the post that I shared. Everyone has their own way of building this business, and you just gotta find out what works for you. For me, I got started on the products, and that's the only reason why I said yes to building this business, because I had an amazing product experience. So I try to duplicate that in my own business now because I know that's what worked for me. And I usually always lead with the products when anyone's coming in on the business, because you gotta love the products to be able to share them passionately. Immediately told Steph that we have to schedule a call to talk more about the business, but I wanted to get her started on the products first, and asked her what her goals were. And I have templates that I send for every conversation. It's no different, and I'm going to share them. I used to dread that question. What's the price? How much does it cost? But now I go in with it so confidently because I price qualify them, and I get them to tell me that they're already spending the money. And that breakdown breaks down to $22 a day. They just agreed and told me that they're spending about $22 a day on food, if not more, maybe less. But what this does is it sets me up for success, because now I can say these packages range from $9 a day to $19 a day. When I enroll, I usually almost always use the IsoLife app. I have all the packages already saved. It makes my life so easy, takes literally no time at all, and it's a great way for duplication. After I get someone started that just reached out about the products, I always ask them every time, would it be at all beneficial for me to show you and help you make back the money that you just spent on your first 30-day system? Most people usually say, yeah, that'd be nice. And then I have them post these 2 graphics on their Instagram that I've made for them. So it is so simple for them to do it. Usually this post sparks interest in some of their followers and friends, and they'll reach out and just be like, what are you doing? And from there, I just invite them to get in a group text with me, and I kind of take it over so they learn my verbiage. Also, let them know that doing just this post is not going to have like a million people reach out to you. So I tell them to make a list of 10 to 20 to 30 to 40 of their closest friends and family who they know and trust, and send them this message. First thing I do is kind of create my avatar. The beauty with this is we get to choose who we want to work with each and every day. So what that avatar looks like is going to be different for every person. The first question you really want to ask yourself is, who can I easily connect with through the experiences that I've had previously? For me, it's being pregnant, being a mom, being an athlete, working in retail, a fitness instructor. Once you're dead set on your avatar and you know exactly what you're looking for, then you can go out and find it or find them and connect easily by just reaching out, not about Isagenix, but about what you connect with. People buy from who they like, know, and trust. So building that relationship, building that trust is so important in the beginning, because once they start seeing your stuff and watching your stories, then they're going to ask what you're doing. Ten is kind of my non-negotiable, but it's going to be relative and different for every person depending on what their goals are in Isagenix, whether it's just getting their products paid for, making a couple extra $100 a month, or a couple extra $1,000 a month. Do those things consistently day in and day out with your specific people, like those 5 to 10 who you really, really, really want in your business, they're going to start seeing notifications on their phone, and then they're going to decide to follow you or not. This is where your first impression on your feed and on your Instagram is more important than ever, because within 30 seconds, those people are going to browse your page, stalk you a little bit, and then decide if you're interesting enough to follow back. All the influencers and people selling a million things on social media, it's getting competitive, and we have to stand out in some sort of way. And that's where I took the initiative to really beautify my page. Is this the main reason for my success? No, it's not all about the looks and the pictures, but the content that you provide and the value you give to your followers is going to keep more coming. So now, once they follow you back, this is where the real fun happens. So your goal is to create FOMO and make your followers feel like they're missing out on something incredible, because they truly are. Creating community, all it is about linking arms with one person and just running with it and creating this brand and fun vibe to be around that attracts all the people that you want in your organization. Last but not least, share your story. Get your face in front of the camera. Be vulnerable. Get real. People need to hear your story, because they might never, ever hear about this opportunity
wasn't after my second month that everything changed. My husband and I found out that we were having a baby, and I was so excited. But I remembered it wasn't after my second month that everything, I had to work 60 hours a week. And that's when the wall hit me. And I knew that Isagenix was going to be the vehicle for financial freedom for our family and allow me to stay home with this baby. And as my belly grew, my business grew alongside it. In the end of my second month, I brought my business from 0 to 2-star Golden Circle Crystal Executive. Woo woo! And guys, my why was so big, I was not giving up. There were days where I didn't want to get out of bed. I was so sick. Mamas, you know, morning sickness, it's a real thing. I didn't want to get out, but I needed to show up, and I needed to make it happen because I was not going back to work. No way, no how. Fast forward a few months later, I had my beautiful baby boy, Mateo, and I started really going hard because I knew I didn't want to go back to work. And after 6 months of giving birth, I brought my business from 2-star Golden Circle to 4-star Golden Circle in 1 week. 1 week. I had such fire underneath me that I was not going to give up. And here I stand today in 2019, ready to light this year up alongside of all of you.
Also created a welcome guide for all of my people getting started so they have everything they need right in front of them, which makes my job a little easier because then it eliminates the questions and all of that kind of stuff. I'll share with you on that. Getting a lot of questions on how I make my graphics and filter my photos. Honestly, guys, I learned everything off YouTube. Use it as a resource and teach yourself. That was the best tool for me to learn. One day is certainly not enough time to share all my tips and tricks, but I just wanted to thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you learned something. I hope you take something away. I hope you use these tools and put them into action. But lights out for me.